Torp here. I just went on Pedro's Lounge, the one everybody said I wouldn't go on. Pedro's Lounge was a massive fail. We had our boy over there. Damn, bro. Thomas Shoeback Industries just fucking hung in there. He got left alone. Well, he didn't get left alone, but he was on his own. And he got left on his own because Pedro shut me down. Pedro shut my ass down. That motherfucker can't handle the truth. The truth is coming in full force. Here's why I say that. I call Pedro out. I call UDM out. I call all those motherfuckers out. And here's why they ain't happy with me. When the shit gets called out, you know what happens? They shut you down when you go on live. That's why I didn't want to go on the live. The reason I didn't want to go on the live was because I knew they'd shut me down. You know I can't hold my breath. I ain't holding my breath for no bitch. And we got a lot of bitches on Pedro's live. When Pedro's live hit, he let me talk. That pisses me off that he let me talk. I was like, motherfucker, he kept on telling me, shut up, Torp. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. He sounded like Flex. He ain't got no mind of his own. He didn't want to hear what I had to say. He let me speak it a little bit. And when I got real with him, what'd he do? He fucking deferred. And when he deferred, he went straight to Shoebox Industries, man. Thomas, dude, I got nothing but mad respect for Thomas Shoebox Industries, man. He held his own. The only reason he had to do it, because Pedro kicked me off. And the only thing that Pedro did the entire time after he kicked me off was tell Thomas that he was on his own. Motherfucker, know this, Pedro. He's not on his own. Just because you shut me up don't mean I'm quiet. I got more videos popping. I got more facts popping. You don't even know what you just did. When I get mad because somebody wants to shut me up, I show my ass. And my ass is in your face. You're going to have to start smelling my shit. My shit's going to get real on you. You see, you can't start something like this, Glitchgate, anti-Glitchgate, knowing you're a part of it, and sit there and say, well, you can talk and you can't, Pedro. This guy can talk, this guy can't. And you all tried to beat up on Thomas tonight. I saw it. I watched it to the very end. I was a part of it. I was there. So all of fucking Pedro's goddamn trolls can suck a dick. I'm over that shit. If you don't like what he hears, he shuts you up. That is not a conversation. That is nowhere near a conversation. That is nowhere near a point. The point is that two people showed up to Pedro's live to discuss this Glitchgate. And the two people that were there, one of them was shut up. And I guess they assumed I was going to be too much for him because Pedro shut me up. Just like Flex did. I'm like, say what? You want to shut me up? I don't think so, bro. My channel's live and well. You can shut me up on your channel. You ain't going to shut me up on mine. I bet you didn't know that. But you're going to know it soon. I think you already do. What's happening next is going to not feel good. And what I mean by not feel good, you wanted my attention, you got it. You take that, I got the most views for a live of all time, and take my channel into account, take Thomas' channel into account. Thomas Shoeback Industries ain't no joke. You guys barely handled that. And what I mean by barely is you missed the fucking small yellow school bus when you did it. You guys bullied up on him. You leaked the whole schmack. UDM even. I can't even believe I'm saying this right now. UDM was trying to play his ass. I'm like, dude, the only reason you got rid of me was because you didn't want me to back him up? Are you for real right now? I was the only one on there with him from our community. I didn't get no love from Pedro. You know why? Because Pedro know I punked his ass. And what I mean by punked his ass is, if you can't handle the truth, you shut a motherfucker up. That's what you do. You shut him up. I ain't never shut nobody up on my channel, have I? Pedro does. That's his game. If it don't fit his narrative, he shuts it up. I don't shut it up. I'd welcome him on my channel. He don't welcome me on his. He says, well, you a coward if you don't show up. I was like, dude, I showed up and you shut me down? So how you going to call me a coward now? You can't. That's the problem with Pedro. He don't like being called out for the fraud that he is. The bullshit that he is. The fucking scapegoat that he makes everybody else out to be so he don't get his own scapegoat figured out. Well, guess what, bro? There's a whole goddamn community here that knows what your scapegoat is. And we ain't it. You're trying to make it us, but we know better. And when we push back, you don't like it? Shut me up. That's fine. It's your live. You got every right to do it. But that don't mean my channel's going dead. My channel's going to get louder. I got this sneaking suspicion that Thomas Shoeback Industries is going to get louder too. What the fuck did you do for the community, Pedro? UDM? ULEAT? What the fuck did you do? You sat there flipping your fucking wigs in the back wind? That don't mean nothing. Just because there's 3 or 4 of you in there, it doesn't mean there's 500 of you in there. We got 500. I can prove it. Look at my channel. 500 comments, 500 views. Shit, it's more than that, ain't it? What does that tell you, Pedro? You're losing a little bit of space, man. See, there's a pie chart. It's in the business world. We have a little bit of the space, and that space is growing. And as it grows, you're getting more pissed off. That's why you did that live. You wanted to try to prove something, and as you did it, you had to shut me up. And then you played because you got the right people in your live to agree with you and disagree with Thomas Shoeback Industries. I'm like, are you serious right now? That was your game? When you shut a motherfucker up, that means you're wrong. You can't handle it, so you shut it up. Dude, I was there. I was there in full effect, man. It must have been $120 at minimal. And you even told me, you threatened me. I'm going to cut you off, Torp. I'm like, well, go ahead and do it. He never did when I said that. But what happened next was amazing. When I got real on his ass, he cut me off, man. I'm like, that's the Pedro I know. When he don't like what he hears, he cuts it off. That is not a real conversation, Pedro. That is your conversation. You're the dictator, and that's what we've come to know. UDM, ULEAT, you guys are just playing the fucking storm. That's all you're doing. I know UDM has got this following and shit, and I get that. I understand it to no end. I do. Because he's very calm. Even when he gets mad, he's very calm. Very calm. I'm calm. Calm don't make you right, UDM. You know what makes you right? When you speak about what's going on. And when you speak about what's going on and you make sense, people listen more. 87,000 million views does not make you right. You know what makes you right? When motherfuckers like me, the bottom feeders, understand what you're saying. I did about 2 weeks ago. And now all of a sudden you're going to jump on Thomas for fucking... Dude, he killed that shit. Thomas killed that shit. I don't even give a fuck what happens next. The point is that Thomas handled that shit by himself. And the only reason he had to is because Pedro got rid of me. What he forgot was, I have a channel. I have a voice. I have the real. I have boys. I have a following. Pedro don't want nothing to do with it. So he thought by shutting me down on his channel, I was going to be silent. Guess what, Pedro? I ain't going to be silent. And neither is Thomas Shoeback Industries. Neither is Jeff Thomas Black. Y'all try to cut fucking Thomas up, man. I watched it. Pedro let me stay in there without being able to speak. But what he forgot was I could speak here. And that's all I fucking need. I don't need Pedro's permission to speak. I did him the honor of being there, and he should be goddamn grateful. Not everybody gets that from me. Not everybody. But when I bring it, and when I laid it on the table, he should have respected it and let it roll. Even if he didn't like it. Since he didn't like it, he shut it down. Pedro got butthurt. He got fucked up. His lies, his manipulation, his fucking following, they can't handle it. That's on them. That ain't on us. We are us. This following is huge. Verbatim, Thomas Schubeck Industries got way more views than Pedro does. He said, no, I got 5,000. I got 5,000, Negro. That's all I heard Pedro say tonight. I got 5,000, Negro. I'm like, dude, who the fuck are you talking to? That's what I heard Pedro say. I interpreted it that way. I'm like, you need to quit talking to people like they're stupid, Pedro. We're not stupid. Just because you call us stupid don't mean we are. Our following, our seers, the people that are in the real, see what you are. And it's growing at no fucking limit. We are going to bounce you. And as we do, I want you to keep making more lives with UDMs and fucking ULEETs. That's what I want to see. I want to see you guys keep crying out that your fucking facts make sense when in fact you're just defending what the fuck you don't agree with. We're defending what the fuck is happening. You're defending the fact that you don't like what's happening. And as we do that, we're going to see you get more fucking anxious. We're going to see you get more fucking aggravated. And that's what we're looking for. Get aggravated, shut Torp down. Get aggravated and bounce. I called this 2 videos ago. I knew you guys were going to fucking do that. You're going to see one guy left on there. Pedro set that shit up. He got rid of me. He let Thomas Schubeck Industries take the hit. Y'all know he kicked me out. He didn't want no part of me. He kicked me out so that they could bounce as a gangbang of these motherfuckers that lie, manipulate, and do fraud and shit on him. That shit ain't gonna stand. Not on my watch, not on anybody's watch. Not anybody in the real. The next move I gotta make is gonna be this one and more to follow. This shit ain't getting shut up. This shit ain't going nowhere. As a matter of fact, we're about to get louder. Congratulations, Pedro. You want your word to be heard? It's gonna be heard. Look for 80,000 subscribers. I'm gonna send them your way because I want them to hear that bullshit that you're spewing. You're a lying, manipulative little bitch. And every time you fucking do that, I want you to get even more subscribers. The more people that hear your shit, the better. And as you get those subscribers, as you get those views, remember this. You're going to have a hell of a time getting that fucking AdSense back when you start saying the shit that you said tonight. Nobody wants to fucking run their ads against a lying, manipulative little bitch like you. The only reason I went there tonight was to back whatever boy I had in the game tonight. And tonight, it was Thomas Schubeck Industries. I don't give a fuck how he feels about me, but I got mad respect for him. My game is different than everybody else's. I'm here for me. And when that happens, that's bad news for you, Pedro. I don't need a following. I don't need anybody's fucking attention. I don't need anybody's fucking approval. What I need to do is be heard, and I'm getting that done. And what I'm going to do is send my message out loud. And it's going to get louder and louder and louder. And as it gets louder, I'm going to send that attention to you. Your channel's going to pop, and you're going to remember what happened a lot later on in life. And when that does happen, I want you to remember me. I'll tell you why. I was a part of the movement that fucked you up. Reality is no friend of yours, Pedro. Muting people, cutting them off, and bullying them, and fucking pounding on them. I found that out tonight. My truth is it's right there. Y'all saw it. He cut me off because I was speaking something he didn't want to hear. He made a purpose intention to make sure that Thomas Schubeck Industries was left on his own, and yet that man still survived. That's the fucking crowd I roll with. I don't need a fucking bunch of people to fucking tell me I'm right. I do what I do because I know I'm right, or I feel I'm right. Can you say that, Pedro? How many people did you need to back you up tonight? I had me. Thomas didn't even fucking back me up. That's fine. He's got a different plight than I do. But I'm with him. And that's why we're the only two there tonight. The only two there tonight. I'd have done it by myself. I said that 3 videos ago. It should be just me and Pedro. I knew that motherfucker was going to bully up on us. I knew it. And the reason I could prove it is because he shut me down. He don't like my voice. He don't like my words. He don't like my opinion. So what does he do? He shuts the motherfucker down. I'm his motherfucker. And that shit's going to get louder. That shit's going to grow. Pedro, you talk about truth, respect, and letting the motherfucker talk, then you should have practiced all 3 when I was on there. I even gave you some love. And all you could do is boomerang that shit back at me. Go look back at Pedro's live. What did you see? What did you see? You saw Torp do Torp. You knew that was coming. Don't let him act like he didn't. Don't let him act like that. Don't act like everybody doesn't know what I'm going to do. Then why the fuck did he let me on there? He knew I was going to have a mouth. He knew I was going to speak it. And when I did, he cut me off. Case closed. Pedro DoorDash Santiago, Mr. Bet on You, is not only full of shit, but he can't handle the fucking fuck. He can't handle the fucking fuck, and we are fucking him. That shit is a lie. It's manipulation, and his friends are in on it. This shit is not going to stop because Pedro said so. It'll stop when me and the bottom feeders say so. As soon as he wakes up and says, you know what, this is a problem, we'll say, yes, it's a problem. And then we will continue down that road until this shit's figured out. But by shutting the motherfucker up, know this, Pedro, you just made him louder. And that man is me. You just made me louder. Trust me, this is not going to go well for you. Your 60,000 subscribers are going to hear my voice. I got like 1.8. I might as well have 60.1. Because all your subscribers are going to hear me. How does that make you feel? As your subscribers hear me. Do you think that's going to go well for you? Do you think that's going to go well for you when Thomas Shoeback Industry does it? Thomas Black does it? Thomas Black does it? DoorDash Sucks does it? Hot Facts Robert Reed does it? DoorDash Sucks does it? I already said that. The DoorDash Revolution does it. The ones that are doing it are doing what they're doing because we ain't with you. And we got the voice to push it into your ass. Enjoy that shit being pushed in because it ain't going to stop. This plane is not going to land. Torp out.